Are you confused? Do you go out into the world and think, hang on a minute, everything's not quite the same as it used to be. Things are different now. I went down the street the other day into town and I looked at people and I thought to myself, this is really weird. I feel I'm absolutely separate from most of the people here. I felt, and you may have heard this term, that everybody else, or quite a few people there, were these non-playing characters. They seemed to be dead from the neck down. They had nothing in their soul. They seemed lifeless. They seemed to be just going through the motions. Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment that these people are sort of some matrix hologram that's just been invented and shoved there like in some Truman show just for me. It's probably much more that people are feeling low, their vibrations are down, the pressures of life have just got to them, that they're no longer thriving, they're not smiling, their faces look haggard, they just feel tired, they've got no emotion to give. That may be what it is, or it may be that they are just strange, empty, soulless entities that are inhabiting the earth. It's very odd at the moment. I don't know if you feel this. It's that feeling before something is happening. The birds are leaving the skies. There's this eerie quietness and something is about to happen. And that's how I'm feeling very much at the moment, that there is something that is going to happen. One of the things about running the YouTube channel is, of course, that people do email me, and I've said, you know, thank you so much for those emails, and I've apologized many times for not being able to reply. You meet people as well at talks and various things, and information keeps coming in. People tell you one version of events that they understand and perceive the world to be and where we're going, and somebody else will give me an idea of what it is. And everybody has their own opinion and their own way of thinking, and one absorbs this slowly but surely. You sort of get your own personal view of what's happening. And where I am now is I feel something is about to happen, something big, something that is going to strike people as being very different, very odd, very strange, and yet it won't be real. I feel that the narrative, the mainstream narrative, despite throwing away the television, despite not listening to the adverts and not listening to some of the big characters on YouTube, who, by the way, probably are only at their height of success because they've done nefarious things or agreed to certain things, and they've had payments given to them so that they're allowed to sort of give the main idea of what's happening in this world, but they're actually basically there because they've sold out. I don't know, but it seems that the mainstream narrative, this story that is to be told to us, like so much of our history that we've discovered, is not really the true history of what's happened, and things have been occulted and covered up and switched and changed round. I feel that oozing from the doors, from the walls, from the floor, from the ceiling, from the sky, is a narrative that is going to be placed upon us, which is going to be a big pack of lies. And most people, you can see them, can't you? There's people up and around who are so stuck in that material world. They're taking selfies of themselves. They're putting themselves on the internet purely for narcissistic reasons. That it's me, that me culture. I must have this. Buying like a millionaire, having every bit of trinket, every bit of tap. They're so stuck in the material world that they almost are soulless. They haven't ever looked in. They don't feel that being that's inside them, that consciousness that looks out of the eyes and hears with the microphones in our ears. And yet I feel that the mainstream are targeting principally them and as many people as they can get, to a narrative which is going to be very odd and very strange, but mainly based on fear. fear. You must do this. You must, maybe another lockdown. Maybe that you've got to buy this. Maybe you must have another medical intervention. Maybe some attack from the skies. Maybe aliens. Maybe something coming out of the ground. Or maybe a war. Maybe, you know, it could be we're hearing about war left, right and centre, and we've been told about nuclear explosions and all this rubbish. All of this rubbish, everything that comes out of that television and these big principal speakers on all of the alternative view is, in my opinion, absolute rubbish, because the truth is not there. It's not there being pushed at you 9 times of the day, wherever you look. That's not the truth. The truth is deep within us. And as this story, this narrative, this fakery is going to be ramped up, as I feel it will in the coming months, we need to stand firm and look inwards. We need to spend more time perhaps meditating, getting out into nature, being away from the noise and the rubbish and the lies, and not letting it affect us. And that way we'll get through it. We will. We don't have to consent. We don't get put into their jurisdiction. We don't have to pay their bills. This dead entity, this corporate world, this entrapment, this lie. And we need to look in, and we need to stay strong and stay focused. And that's where the truth will be found. And as we find the truth, as it starts like an onion to unpeel its skins and reveal itself to you, we will feel stronger and have more faith. And it's only by looking inwards to finding who we are, to know who we truly are. Not this name, this legal fiction, this nonsense from the birth certificate, not this world that we're being told that we are, the occupier, the resident, the capitalization, none of that, who we truly are. And that way we'll be able to reject the nonsense, the rubbish, the lies, the mainstream propaganda, the dark forces who are trying to keep us low and keep our vibrations down. We can reject the skies that have been dimmed and the fluorided water that is trying to shut us down, and the EMFs that are radiating around us. By looking inward and staying strong and believing in ourselves and finding the truth, we will get through this one way or another, and they will not win. But be aware of the narrative is going to build. It's going to be weird. It's going to be odd. It's going to be very strange, but it's not true.